Hello students, good morning. Myself DK Verma from Santiniketan Jubilee School Motihari. Students, I am going to start a new chapter in civics class 10th, that is democracy and diversity. Students, it is quite clear that our democracy is made up of different types of people, different social groups, different cultures, related people, civilization related people, castes, religions, geography, ethnicity, and so on. Students, actually in this chapter we have to study that how our democracy exists in diversity. And actually this is the beauty of our country, that our democracy, that is the largest one in the world, is surviving very nicely only due to having equal and proper respect with all sorts of people, and they are all part and parcel of our political system, democracy. So democracy has its greater interlinking with diversity, and this is the reason that we feel better, we live better, we act better, and we cooperate each other in a very nice way. As students, basically in this chapter democracy and diversity, we have to study these important topics, and these are meaning of diversity and its relation with democracy, a story from Mexico Olympics, civil rights movements in the USA from 1954 to 1968, African American and the Black Power. These are two terminologies, students, that we have to discuss one by one. Differences, similarities, and divisions, which are three important things that we have to discuss in this chapter, and we have to know what are the differences among people in our society, what are the reasons for those, and what are the similarities among people and what are the reasons for those, and how does our society get divided. So these are main topics, and with these topics here are also some other topics. Origin of social differences, under which we have to study what are the reasons of social differences and how we can accommodate, how we can make peace and prosperity in the society by eliminating differences. Overlapping and cross-cutting differences, which are two different types of differences, but one is too dangerous to accommodate the society, and that is overlapping differences, and another cross-cutting differences that is easier to accommodate. I will discuss about these topics in the next lecture class. And after that, these terminologies are also to be discussed by me, and they are: apartheid means a policy of racial discrimination or segregation which was follows for a very long time in the world, especially in those places where the whites ruled over the blacks. Homogeneous society and migrants are also some of the terminologies. And after that, politics of social division and three determinants of politics of social division. These are some of the main topics of discussion in this chapter, students, and we have to study one by one. So let us begin our study, which begins with a story from Mexico Olympics. Students, it is clear that there are some nations in the world which are democratic. India is also one of them, but India is the largest democracy in the world. And our democracy survives in diversity. Whenever students we talk about diversity, we talk about differences in caste, religion, language, culture, civilization, ethnicity, geography, and so on. And these differences are found in our country, in our society, and each and every person, each and every social group, each and every culture and civilization has got its a real status, its a real position in the constitution as well as in the practices in our society. So this is the reason that our democracy is alive in this diversity. So here students we have to study the chapter with a story from Mexico Olympics. Actually this story tells us a sense that there happened an Olympic game in a city of America, Mexico. And that event tells us that many athletes participated in that Olympic Games, out of which there were two Afro-Americans, African Americans, they were Carlos and Smith. They have been taken as an example to discuss about how differences existed in the US society and how people belonging to some certain groups just revolted against the discrimination that was going on continuously in the USA against the black people, against the Afro-American. So actually this story tells us that two people, Carlos and Smith, had won the bronze medal and other medals also in the Olympic Games. And now this was the time for the celebration of their victory in the Olympic Games. In the meantime, an event took place. And what was that event? I would like to tell you. Actually, this was the event of the ceremony, victory ceremony of those athletes who had won different types of medals in the Olympic Games which held in Mexico of the USA. In the 200 meters race in 1968 Olympics which held at Mexico City, the two men were standing with clenched fists upraised and heads bowed, while the American national anthem was played. Actually, we are talking that Carlos and Smith, at the time of the celebration, were standing in such a gesture which showed that they were not happy with whatever the discrimination was going on against the Afro-Americans who were living in the USA for a very long time. They were in such a situation as if they wanted to tell the world community that they were not happy with the policy of the government which was prevailing there. So, Carlos and Smith, two Afro-Americans, were in such a situation that they were with clenched fists upraised and heads bowed while the American national anthem was played. They were US athletes, Tommy Smith and John Carlos. They were Afro-Americans, means African Americans, means those people whose forefather had shifted there in America very long ago, and their descendants were still living there. But they were just part and parcel of the US society, and out of that society, these two people, Carlos and Smith, had won the medals in the Olympics which held there. So we are just talking about those two people, African American, Carlos and Smith here. So here I would like to tell you that at the time of American national anthem, they were in such a condition as if they wanted to tell their position in the USA. Tommy Smith and John Carlos. They were Afro Americans. They had won the gold and bronze medals. Yes, you always keep it in your mind, students, that they had won the gold and bronze medals respectively. They received their medals wearing black socks. This is too important to know, students. They received their medals wearing black socks and no shoes to represent black poverty. So here it is quite clear to discuss that why they were in such a condition. They were wearing black socks and no shoes. They were wearing black socks and no shoes means what? And they were in such a condition like this. So what was this? Why did they stand there in such a condition? The reason is very clear. Actually, they wanted to tell the world community that they were discriminated in the American society for a very long time, and they wanted equal political rights in the constitution of the nation. So they in this very gesture wanted to tell the world community that they were being continuously discriminated in the society and wanted to get rid of the situation. So they were standing in such a condition after wearing gold and bronze medals at the time of American national anthem. So this was the reason that they were in such a gesture standing there at that time. They tried to draw international attention to racial discrimination in the United States. Actually, here we are talking about racial discrimination, students. What do you mean by racial discrimination? In Hindi, Rang Bhed Ki Niti. As we all know, students, that many countries of Asia and Africa were ruled by the white people of the Western countries, like the British, French, and other imperial countries, who always ruled over the backward people of Asia, Africa, and other places which were too backward, only to snatch resources and fulfill their needs. But they claimed that they were ruling over the people and territory to make them civilized, to just make them fit and fine. That was only to say. Actually, they ruled over the areas and people only for their own purposes, and they wanted to just snatch the resources and get as much as they could. So this was the result, that they were ruling over the black people, whether they were belonging to Africa and many other Asian countries. The purpose of their rule in those places on those people was only to benefit themselves, to benefit the whites. This was the reason. So, students, here the terminology apartheid is very clear, and that is the policy of racial discrimination. It was an official policy of the white people under which they ruled over the blacks in a very brutal and cruel manner. They didn't like to civilize them as they claimed. They didn't like to give them something extra. Actually, they only like to just fulfill their needs, fulfill their resources, fulfill their demands by snatching the resources and by just discriminating the people. So racial discrimination here, students, means the policy of racial discrimination means that the white people were able to rule over the black people of the world, only saying that they were doing so to civilize the black people because they were barbarous and backward. So this was the official policy of the whites, which they used to say as apartheid, means a policy of racial discrimination under which the whites were able to rule over the blacks, saying that the blacks were barbarous, uncivilized and backward, and it was the duty of the white people to rule over them, to make them civilized and developed. Thank you very much. Next topics will be discussed in the next lecture class, student.